And welcome back. You are watching session 5 of the 2023 Masters World Cup. It has been all go here this morning. Well, now that we're in this afternoon, you'll see all of our athletes making their way back to the back room and to carry on with their warm-up. We've just done the medal presentations for the previous 2 events. This is going to be a big session. No doubt it's going to take a little bit longer to get through than the previous session. We will go to the scoreboard so you can see our lineup for today. I am your commentary team. I am the commentary team, Richie Patterson. We're going to introduce our referees shortly for this session. Those are our technical officials for today. I'll go back to the scoreboard. That's our lineup. It's a big session, 14 lifters. Our biggest session of the day so far. Just gonna jump back in here. So you are watching the 2023 Masters World Cup. I will take this opportunity before I put you into holding screen to thank our supporters, Auckland Unlimited, which is the events arm of the Auckland Council, Major Events New Zealand, Lion Foundation, North and South Trust, the Aotearoa Gaming Trust, TAB New Zealand, Chic and Raise Lower, the Packaging Forum, Beer Tidy Kiwi, Pure Athletic and Torpedo 7. As you see, we are approximately 8 minutes out to the start of competition, the first lift. So we will play you out with the holding screen and we will be back with you in 7 minutes. Welcome back. We are just loading the bar for the first attempt to 30 kilograms. We've had a change of call to start the competition. This is our lineup for this session. Big lineup. A lot of lifting to come this afternoon into the evening. So we look forward to hosting you over the next couple of hours as we get through session 5, the third women's session of today.
Started for Elizabeth from Australia, 30 kgs.
And no wasting any time because Elizabeth is straight onto the barbell. And that is a good start to the competition. Oh, unfortunately not. I was incorrect. So, same athlete will be taking that first attempt again as Elizabeth.
2 minutes.
As we get back into the workflow of today's session. For those that are joining, you are watching session 5 of the 2023 Masters World Cup. I am your live stream coordinator and commentary. As per any first day of a major event, we have to get through quite a bit on the first day and iron out the kinks. We've had a great day here in person, and it's just getting through these first sessions as many of these Masters competitors then contribute over the remaining weekend and days ahead as well. So first they get out their lifting out of the way and then into the event. We can, just while we're waiting, we can probably have a look into the back room because the back room is sitting out there. Nope. Elizabeth doesn't waste any time once she jumps onto the platform. It's really tidy and a much better lift, and she is into the competition. Well done.
Now, next lifter is Royal on first attempt from New Zealand, 31 kilograms.
I'm going to come back to the main platform because we've got Linda out on stage for her first. And it's a good first attempt for Linda, and she's into the competition. Well done. Barbell is going to be loaded now to 32 kilos for Linda. Just give you a look into the back room a little bit. Again, if you are watching the YouTube live stream, please let everybody know who you're supporting when they come up on stage. Let them know, because this is a live comment section, so when they come back and watch it, they will see exactly your comments pop up at the correct times that they're lifting. So the more support you provide them, the better. I can also see your comments, so if you've got any questions, feel free to ask any questions. Elizabeth out for her third attempt. I think Elizabeth knew straight away that that was a bit of a press. So what we're looking at here is a technical, what we call a technical infringement, So we'll see this as she takes it to arm's length. Doesn't quite hit lockout. It's more of a pressing movement overhead, and that is against the rules of weightlifting. We have 3 jury members sitting in front, and they have to decide whether that was executed correctly or not. And in that instance, they deemed it wasn't. And I think Elizabeth knew that from the get-go. So moving back to the main platform, we have Linda Royale up onto platform for her second attempt. And it's a good second attempt from Linda. Well done, Linda. I'm struggling to keep up with how quickly all of these athletes are getting out onto the platform. Again, Linda, not a name I've seen on the international platform, so I'm anticipating that this is Linda's first international masters event. So well done, 2 from 2 so far, doing really well. Barbell is being recentered.
Next lifter is Elena McNamara from Australia with her first lift at 34 kilograms.
And a successful first attempt for Elena. That was a great bottom position under her full snatch. That's a really good, promising opening attempt. Really stable in that bottom position. Hips into a nice position. Chest, torso nice and high. That's how you secure that. So, and also getting your first lift on the board builds that confidence. Often recommended to start a little bit lighter and get it onto the platform. So bar is being loaded to 35 kilos for Cheryl Didovich. This is our loading crew. Our loading crew this afternoon all just lifted in the previous session, so we appreciate their efforts in sticking around and helping us load the rest of the event.
Change, Michelle Willits, 35 kilograms.
2-minute call for lifters lifting on platform B1. Your 2-minute call there, please.
So we have Michelle Willits, first attempt. Michelle's coming up. Michelle is a seasoned competitor for Weightlifting New Zealand, also a big contributor. We're having a stop from the jury. I think we're just going to take a little look at that hitch. So unfortunately Michelle just stopped on the hip on the way through. I can go to the scoreboard. I might just rewind that so everyone at home can have a quick little look. So you'll see as Michelle comes through the middle, there's a pause right there, and then the bar goes again, and the bar has to maintain a continuous momentum through the lift. You can't hitch the lift, so that's why the jury has overruled that one. I looked to my left and I got the nod. That was a correct interpretation. So Michelle will have to go backstage and just work on continuing that acceleration through the middle of her pull. So we can have a look what's happening out the back at the moment. By the power of technology, I can have a little look around who's waiting. We've got a bit of a queue. Everybody's waiting their turn. There's what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 lined up, plus a magnitude of coaches all looking at the board. Everybody's looking around. Michelle's ready, so we'll go back to the main stage. That looked better. And that is a good lift. So Michelle is into the competition. That was a better lift. She accelerated the bar through the middle better on that attempt. So I made a good correction. An odd rule of weightlifting is that the technical officials don't actually have to tell you what you were red lighted for, but it is helpful to know. Here we have Linda out for her third attempt. And Linda, 3 from 3 with the fist pump. Good work, Linda. That was, for your first time on the international platform, very good start. So really good, high extension, locks it out, no problem, retaining it overhead. So a really good start. So we got a few people sitting around outside again. The queue is getting smaller, but it's changing in persons. So there must be a few changes coming through, so we can have a look quickly at the scoreboard. So we do have Aaliyah Fairchild coming to the side of stage. Aaliyah representing Belgium. I met Aaliyah yesterday in the foyer. Good quality individual. So first attempt, let's see how she gets on. And it's a really good start, and she'll be happy with that. So a couple of changes about to come through. Let's have a quick look. This competition's going at a rapid rate at the moment. Athletes running up on stage. Great thing about having a tight competition is we're not sitting around for 2-minute intervals waiting. So we've got at the moment Alina McNamara, Australia, waiting. 36 kilos is being loaded. So we will go to Alina now. Really great lower limb mobility to get into that position, which just really helps her secure that overhead. Just trying to get into my slow-mo as best as possible. Just that torso position, nice and high, really good ankles. All of these compliments that, as a masters athlete myself, when someone says you've got great ankles and good elbows, that it makes you feel pretty special. So we've just got a few things loading at the moment. Thanks, Gigi. Glad to hear you're watching. I do agree. She is a good quality individual. She's already volunteered to help before her lifting session and then for the rest of the weekend as well. So here we have Cheryl Didovich. This is Cheryl's first attempt. And well done, Cheryl. You're into the competition. Beautiful first lift. Really nice extension, super high, so plenty more there, and that's a really good way to enter the competition. Just something that you're confident with. For many of us Masters athletes, this may be the first time that they've been under the lights, and it is bright up here. We've got the rest of the stadium all dimmed out, so you really feel like you're in the spotlight. And I was saying, I was out the back with the previous Masters women's session, and we're talking about how easy it is out in the warm-up room, but as soon as you step on stage and the lights are on and you have to take those 3 steps to get up on stage, it can change a few things. So Michelle Willits now for her third. Oh, Michelle. I think Michelle thought the buzzer was from the other side and put it down in a hurry. And a shake of the head. So I don't know what happened there. We do have 2 concurrent competitions happening at once, so there is the odd buzzer that sometimes plays havoc with the other athlete on the other platform. If you've got good hearing, wouldn't affect me so much, my wife would say, but if you've got good hearing, you might hear the buzzer from the other side and think it might be for you. It's very rare that it comes at that same time, but Michelle put that down a little early. Okay, here we have our athlete from Singapore, Tan Lei Sang. Just remember, I can see all your comments, and so can the athletes, so make sure you let them know, because they will come back and watch this and they will see all of your support. Unfortunately not the start that she would want to the competition. She does have 2 further attempts and will have the opportunity to rectify that. She just left it slightly forward. Just beautiful off the ground, but just the bar was slightly forward and didn't quite hit the structure with that right arm. Comes back out the front, and you'll go back, and I wouldn't be surprised if she gives it a bit more petrol for the next one. We've got to realise that many of our Masters athletes have potentially just flown in as well. I know our New Caledonia group had a challenging way to get here. Here's Alea for her second. Oh, just slightly shifted her weight to that left foot. Let's have a look. It was really good off the ground. Nice high chest position, drives with the legs. I just see it slightly moves to the side as she kind of favours one side, I think, a little bit, and not to be, but she will have one more chance. Loving the pink on pink. I feel like someone needs to purchase you some shoes to go with your get up. Okay, we are waiting. I'm going to go back to the scoreboard so everyone can have a quick look gander at the scoreboard. So here we go. So the call is on Tan Lei Sang from Singapore. She's lining it up, so we'll go back to that main stage. Great to see the involvement in the chat on the live stream. Make sure you share it, let people know you're watching.
Stop the clock, we have a weight change.
Okay, let's see the correction. And she makes a good correction. Well done. Yeah, good fight. And she fought for it too. Well done. So she's into the competition. You don't want to end up being in that position to get on the board, but she did very well to stabilize that at the bottom. Drives, lovely position off the ground, across the waist, and just pivots underneath, and just got that bar further back. You can see her head drop forward that time to give that space for the shoulders to be able to bear that load better. Balances and just stands it up nicely. Much more determination to not let that one sit out the front. Well done. So we'll go back to the scoreboard. At the moment, the call is on Cheryl Didovich, 39 kilos, second attempt. It's being coached by Mike, I can see out the back. So here's Cheryl now. Really great attempt there. Referees like it. It is a good lift. The referees announcer says that's a good lift. I agree. So let's I reckon that was better than her previous. That was much more balanced overhead.
New Oceania record at 50 kilos.
Here's Alina McNamara. This is Alina's third. Oh, good fight. Just about. You can see that she was kind of pushing the limit there, I think, towards maybe a personal best. She moves well under the bar, but just didn't quite have the elevation on that one. So it makes me think that's why we were close to her best. Great position off the ground. Just couldn't quite get that above the body. It was always just sitting slightly forward. Two previous lifts, so she's into the competition. Here we have Aaliyah's third. Representing Belgium. Oh, she's done it. Yeah. Oh, great lift. She'll be happy with that. Skips off stage. Much better. She just, again, like most of us I've seen in this first part of this comp, just leaving it forward. So that on the previous one, just left it forward. On this one, though, drags it nicely up. Just puts it slightly further back. And it doesn't let it go anywhere. Much better position. Good stability, good shoulders, stands it out. She's internally holding a smile there, you can see it. And the acknowledgement of the referees. So, Tanlei Sang from Singapore, 40 kilos on the bar. So, she missed her first attempt, was successful on her second, and now we've seen her jump up to the third. As she gets ready, I'm just going to let you see the scoreboard here. So we had a miss on 38, successful 38, and now Tanlei Sang has moved to 40. Oh, she's done well. Oh, good fight. Wow. I think she was stunned. that moment of that bottom position, I thought it was going to go over the back.
60 kilos for Damien
Hits
Hewis,
extension.
first snatch attempt today.
There's just a moment here where I thought, oh, right there, the hip sat back. She did a quick shift of the feet, which saved the day. Good structure, so she was able to stand it out. But, man, there was that quick foot movement that saved the day for her there. Brings her feet back in line to get the referees down. And the look of, like, whoa, did that just happen to everybody around the room. Okay, we're going back to the main platform because we have Cheryl Didowich for her third. This is 41 kilos.
The bar is loaded to 60 kilos for the first attempt of Damien Hewis, also a Oceania record attempt.
Not to be.
Good lift and new record for Damien. Fellas, please load the bar to 61 kilos. Sorry, I'll stop that.
How are we going at home? I'm just checking the live stream settings. Is this coming through nice and clear on the audio? If you could let me know. Video quality. We had a bit of a nightmare this morning. That's why we've got the second stream running through Facebook, the men's sessions. Hopefully that John's doing a great job over there. He's hooked up the, looks like some high quality video coming out from his side, which is great. We have Kirsten Walker getting prepared on this side. We're going to go to the scoreboard. There's a lot of moving parts when you run this event. We've spent the last 2 days lifting 2 full warm-up sets, 2 full platforms, up some steps because the access to this venue wasn't the greatest. I learned a big lesson about venue selection. Great venue, but was very difficult to pack in. Okay, so here we have Cindy Briggs. This is our first US athlete. And that's a beautiful first attempt. Slow-mo that one. So good first attempt from Cindy there. Sets nicely. Drives with the chest up off the ground. Hits a great extension. Beautiful lift. We appreciate you coming across, Cindy, because we do know that the Americans scheduled their nationals as well. We tried to get in ahead of them to entice as many down to the land of the long white cloud as possible. And we had a lot of interest from the US, and then their nationals subsequently was announced a week after this. So we do have 28 countries represented though, so we're very, very happy of the spread of continental participation. Obviously we are the World Cup, but we have the Oceania and Commonwealth Masters Championships happening in conjunction with the World Cup, so lots of lifting happening. Okay, we're going to go back to the main platform because we have the bar loaded for Tanya Lee. And that is a really good opening attempt there. So, onto the board. Try quickly get to the slow-mo. Split snatch, which is a technique a lot of masters use as the split snatch. It helps with the hips and the ankle mobility, especially if we've come into weightlifting later than our adolescent years and the mobility has been established, you'd say, during your formative years. If you haven't established that deep squat position, it can be significantly more comfortable to do a split snatch. Thanks everybody at home for letting me know the audio is coming through nice and clean. If you do have any questions, I do love some interaction. Helps me make this a little bit more entertaining. That's why we are doing it with the live stream chat happening, because it allows us to involve you at home. We want to spread weightlifting far and wide. We've put a mammoth effort into this setup. So the bar is set for Kim. And here she comes. So I've done a little bit of work recently with Kim, and she is an absolute dynamo. So let's see how this goes. Unfortunately, no lift. The nerves are strong, we can see that. So because she's so powerful, what she's got to be careful with is that she's got to be able to control the weights. So you see this, she hits extension slightly forward, and the elbow on that right side just presses out towards the end. So it's so light for her that it's moving so quick, and then she's got to wait until she gets the down buzzer as well. So there's a couple of aspects of nerves coming in there. You can see her go, oh no, forgot to put it down. Here we have Danielle Waller. Danielle is a stalwart of weightlifting in Australia. I believe I've seen her put out a lot of publications as well for youth weightlifting. She's having a good time. As I was saying, I believe I've seen some publications put out, and I'm just looking at her knee sleeves, and I think it's a frog that she utilizes as an example of a squat position, maybe? I don't know, maybe someone in Australia could help me understand that, but those are certainly interesting knee sleeves.
Bar is loaded at 63 kilos. Time is with you, Martin.
I got there just in time to get Cindy's lift. My wife distracted me. So we will play that slow-mo. Great, powerful lift, super high. Plenty of elevation through that extension in the middle. Gets the bar moving. Barbell is being loaded to 49 kilos. This becomes the first attempt for Kirsten. I program for Kirsten, and it's very powerful. This is a big opening attempt. Just got to be nice and calm. Big focus for Kirsten is controlling over the knee.
So the glove loaders, please load the bar to 65 kilos.
And that's a good, really good first attempt. Happy coach sitting here. So big, as I said, big focus for Kirsten when we're coaching is her control over the knee and keeping that chest real proud. hits a good extension and keeping her hips in towards the ankles when she receives, which allows her torso to stay upright. She's quite long in the legs, so the hips love to shoot out the back, which drops the chest forward, but she did brilliantly there. Well done, Kirsten, and it's going to give her good confidence to go into the next lift. You can see a sly smile there knowing that she did that one well. So we're going to come back to Tanya Lee Hodges, second attempt. Oh, not quite to lockout on that one, unfortunately. Sometimes when you get that early down signal from the referees, it's an indication that they've seen a technical fault earlier than the completion of the lift. That's our scoreboard. There's a lot of lifters to get through, but they're certainly moving. Good to see lots of support coming through on the chat. Good to see you tuning in. You're not talking to yourselves. All of these athletes will come back and watch this, and your live stream will be saved. Your comments are saved against the live stream, so they will see your support. Some happening on the other platform. I believe it's on Facebook, because we had some issues running a couple of YouTube streams at the same time. So the men's session is happening. This is a big first day here. If you are in Auckland, Tamaki Makaurau, come visit us at the Grand Millennium, 71 Mail Drive. It'll build over the weekend. We'll have a very busy next couple of days with support for family members here. Started off with the hiss and a roar this morning. We've got some changes coming through. It's happening out the back. Everyone lining up out the back. A few people waiting their turn. Danielle Kirsty being patient out the back. There's those knee sleeves I was talking about. In the meantime, we're going to come back to the main platform because we have Alison Sullivan, Canada. Well, she's done well. Yeah, she's on the board. Good first lift. She'll be happy with that. She worked hard in that bottom position, that's for sure. Wasn't easy, you'd say. Hits extension. Working hard on that right shoulder to keep it back. She's got good structure on that left side. Just looks like she's having to work really hard with that right side. But she's into the comp. It's a good start.
Good lift. And a new record.
And that was a good lift for Tanya. Well done. Dropped out of focus for a second. Oh. You're welcome, Gillian. Great to be able to provide this technology. I'm going to go back to the back room because... Okay. So we have Kim coming up. Kim has moved up and she's having a crack at every possible record in the book. So this is a attempt at the Oceania, Commonwealth and Masters World Cup record. So someone said go heavy and throw yourself under it. Well, that's about to happen. Beautiful hold. That is how you break everything. That's how you break every record in the book. I told you she's dynamic. She's a talent. The nerves were evident on the first lift, and she just blew that second one out of the park. Position, extension, flat feet. No donkey kick, Kim. Well done. You've fixed your foot positions. Torso's good. The structure's good.
65 kilos.
You got to be really happy with that. So that'll give her the opportunity to take a bigger jump now on her last. I know she's put I think she put 60 over her head in a snatch before. The look of relief. Let's go back to the main platform. Here's Kirsten Walker, second attempt, really successful with her first. She's got to be patient over the knees. If she gets that right, everything else is good. Oh, it's her best one yet. Great lift for Kirsten. Now, Kirsten is our Masters liaison, so she has been putting just as much work into this event as anyone else. And to come out here and lift like this is fantastic. Great through the middle, nice and flat, no issues there. Takes her time and is going to stand that up. Does Kim have a nickname, anybody on the live stream? I think we should be calling her Dynamo Kim. Anyway, this is Kirsten. What a great lift, Kirsten. You've given yourself an opportunity. Okay, we're back with Cindy from United States of America. And third attempt, she's 2 from 2. Here's our third. Oh, not to be, unfortunately. It got to arm's length, but just couldn't retain it when it was there. Just extension, just slightly forward. This looks like the left shoulder sits down a little low. I don't think that's a look of discomfort. I think that was just a look of a little bit of disappointment. But she's still got the clean and jerk. She'll be all right. Okay, the bar is being loaded to 53 kilos for Danielle Walker's second attempt. Sorry, Danielle Waller's second attempt. There's a bit happening out the back room. Let's have a look. Just Kirsty. Oh, Danielle is looking around out here. So this is a record attempt. You'll see the bottom left. This is the callers on Danny. She's a massive part of Australian weightlifting, and she's lifting exceptionally well. Okay. So here we have Danny's third attempt. This is a record attempt. Oh, not to be, but she's got one more. She's got one more. Let's have a quick look. What happened there? Nice line. Good extension. Just didn't quite get it to arm's length. So you've either got to get it higher or move faster down. One or the other. So we have the bar loaded for Alison Marie Sullivan from Canada. This is also a record attempt. Records galore. I was saying the great thing about Masters weightlifting is the older we get, more opportunities for records occur. Oh, really good. That was better than her previous. She's pumped. Bar slam makes my slow motion video go all a bit jolty. Let's have a look, shall we? Really good drive off the ground. Hits extension. And still, I'm just looking at that structure. Left arm is good. Right arm makes me think that maybe she's come from another sport. If anybody knows her background, might be something to do with a throwing sport or a rowing sport or something that's right side dominated. You will often see a little bit of a structure like that. I have a bit of a bung elbow because of javelin. Okay, here's Kim, and this is for all 3 records again, the Oceania, Commonwealth and Masters World Cup record.
His third and final snatch today.
Beautiful. And good lift, she's pretty happy with that. I know there's plenty more in the tank, but at the same time, she's got to understand that doing these lifts on a stage with the lights on, great line,
So close.
good position,
Oceania and
fantastic lift.
Bowloaders, please load the bar to 70 kilos.
Thank you.
Very slick. Kim? Is it Kim Slick or Slick Kim? But beautiful lifting nonetheless. Here's Kirsten. This is for 3 from 3 for Kirsten. Again, control over the knee, gets the work done.
Thank you, bowloaders. The bar is loaded to 70 kilos, which brings Daniel Ryan to the platform for his first lift today.
And that is a referee's decision's taking forever. A good lift. She certainly went through the bar on that one, almost dove a little bit, which is the hard thing when you give it the petrol. Your chest comes through, it comes down. You just see her throw her chest down a little bit, but it does well because the bar was back, saved it, keep pressing. So that's a Masters record as well, and Kirsty will be stoked. Well done, Kirsty. 3 from 3. You were due. She was praying for the referee's decision. Here's Danny Waller.
Thank you, bowloaders. Greg Barlow with a second lift today at 70 kilos.
Oh, that was better. That was better. Just left it out the front. It was a much better attempt. She gave it more. It's really good and actually moved much faster on the bar. Yeah, just left it forward on that one.
Good lift at 70 kilos.
So bar is being loaded to 56 for Alison Marie Sullivan from Canada. This is a Commonwealth Masters record and a World Masters Cup record attempt. For anyone wondering how I'm doing the slow motion stuff, I've just actually got my iPhone plugged into my laptop and I'm just manually doing it. So it's quite a handy little technique, gives you pretty good control. And just a few other cameras set up around the place as well. So here we go, Masters record attempt, 56 kilograms. Oh, what a fight. What a fight. What a fight. Oh, no. Oh, she's hugging it out, but the referees say no lift. I've just lost my center camera. So I'm going to go back to the slow-mo so you guys can watch that. And yeah, I just lost my center camera, so I've got to find how to get this back. So Yeah, Gillian, you are correct.
Jury
If you're looking in here, you can see the weight categories. If I look at the start number and then name category, that's how you know where you are. And there's also a slightly thicker line in between each category, if you can see that. In the meantime, we've got Claire Nahe. I need to get to that platform because she's come out here and just made light work of it. So that's a record.
New Zealand, Oceania, Commonwealth and World Cup Masters.
So Claire very quickly just okay, I'll go back to the scoreboard so everyone can have a look at that. So yes, there are multiple categories happening at one time. So you've got the women's age group, so you'll see it says W55, and then you've got the body weight, and then you've got a slightly thicker line between each category as well, and that's how you'll define it. And all the athletes and coaches out the back know that as well. So they'll be looking, they're not trying to all win the overall. It feels good to be the last lifter on the platform, but ultimately you're just trying to win your division. Ultimately, many of us aren't even trying to win. We're just actually enjoying the experience of getting on the comp platform. It's a challenge in itself for many people, and I congratulate everybody that finds their way to a weightlifting platform. It's certainly character building exercise. So this is probably the first time on a main stage and under lights and cameras in your face and walkways and everything. It's a big setup. For those that are turning up later in the week, you're going to love it. It was a mammoth effort to put this together. Okay, so we are loading 59 kilos for Claire Nahi. She had a 2-minute clock. Might be sitting out the back room. Let's have a gander. Simon Kent, Richard Wong. I think Simon Kent's buying her some rest time. Let's have a watch. He's going to go down and sign a piece of paper. He's got 59. What's going to happen now? There'll be a pen. Let's see. He's going to change it because she's not there. Okay. How close can I get? Oh, 60. There you go. How's that for a zoom? So he's stopped the clock again. So if I go back to the main platform, these guys all have to come out here and load 60, which is a tactical change because it requires a full plate change when you go to 60 kilos on a 15 kilo bar. So every time you do that, the clock has to be stopped, and because it's a big weight change, i.e. a full plate, it slows the comp down, and if you want a break, a good break, that's what you do. How's that for some insight? So that was the change there, and this is the main platform. Claire's ready to go anyway, so I don't know if she needed it, but she's ready to go. And the competition continues. Oh, good save. Drop the chest right down. So that was a good lift. Unfortunately, I didn't get that one on the slow-mo. So look what's happening out in the back room. So that is the back room. A few athletes just having a break between their snatch and the clean and jerk. And Claire has a third attempt coming. This will be the final lift of the snatch.
Please load the bar to 75 kilos.
Yeah, that's correct, Gillian. Having someone that knows how to run your numbers can sometimes make or break you. Having someone that knows their numbers that's coaching against you can also make or break you, because as much as buying time for your athletes can also have their time taken away from them by a clever coach. I will confess that is one of my ultimate sins, is burning people's clocks when I'm at major internationals. I'm sure a few people have had that opportunity for me to try and take advantage of the backroom card system. In the meantime, Simon's just burning more time. So I think he's got Richie Wong doing his cards now, maybe. I don't know. No, Richie's just turning cards. Plenty of time. So the cards are all just being flipped over for the clean and jerk, because this is the last lift for Claire. So that's the back. We've got just over a minute for Claire to take the platform for her final attempt. Being coached today by Simon. Let's call the preset, shall we? Let's see if we can do that. Okay, so Claire's coming to the platform. So this is an Oceania, Commonwealth and Masters World Cup record. Not to be today, unfortunately. And that is the final snatch of this session 5. So here you have your lifters. That was very rapid. They got through that very quickly. So there will be a 10-minute break. You'll see the clock start running down on the top left-hand corner. I will put you into a holding screen, our Auckland holding screen. Before I do that, I will, while you're reading the scoreboard, just to have a massive shout out to our supporters for this event. Auckland Unlimited, which is the events arm of the Auckland Council, have really gotten behind us to bring the Masters community to New Zealand, and we're welcoming 28 countries from around the world, 300, and I think we'll end up with 320 competitors competing over the 5 days. Major events: New Zealand, newzealand.com, Lion Foundation, North and South Trust, Aotearoa Gaming Trust, TAB New Zealand, Chic and Raise Lower, who are out the front selling belts if you need one of them over the weekend, the Packaging Forum, because we are doing this as a zero waste event, and a sustainability piece. We have Bear Tidy Kiwi, which is also part of that, Pure Athletic, and Torpedo 7. In the meantime, go get yourself, probably not a good time to have a coffee now because it's getting towards the afternoon, but go get a hot chocolate, something to nibble on, and we will be back in approximately 8 minutes. See you then. Welcome back to the session 5 of the 2023 Masters World Cup in conjunction with the 2023 Oceania and Commonwealth Masters Championships. It's our scoreboard halfway through the event. Pretty good session. Lots of lifters successful with 3 out of 3. As soon as this side's done, you grab these collars. They're not far off, are they? Okay. Okay, so we're back into it. Here's Michelle, first attempt.
For gentlemen out the back lifting on platform 2.
And Michelle's into the competition, and it's a good lift. So let's get back into the rhythm of things again. Drive, locking that to arm's length overhead. If you are joining us from outside of the venue via the live stream, let me know. Actually, let me know who's watching and where you're watching from and who you're supporting, please. That's a good start, so I know who I'm talking to. Lots of work happening here today. Look out the back room while Anolatu loads that next one. So lots of people all looking at the scoreboard. Scoreboards are there. All of the athletes will be all lined up, ready to go here. Who have we got? Michelle is lined up for that next one. There's Barbara Grieve. Lots of other athletes all lining up down the back. Simon Kent, President of Weightlifting New Zealand. A few other athletes doing their arm wiggles. They can all see themselves on the live stream. One thing I've been a little bit of a novelty thing, but certainly something that I put a lot of effort into, was the design of these core flute chalk bins. So they are on each one platform. You can see them there. Nice simple construction that each platform gets to look after their chalk. Much cheaper than buying lots and lots of chalk bins. We're going to come back to the main platform because we have Elizabeth ready to go. Yeah. That collar just broke too.
Can you just stop the competition? Can you swap those over spring collars on this one? From the back would probably be the better.
Calling Alex Stewart to the
What do you want him to do?
former area, please.
It's a much lighter weight. They've got no other sets of collars.
Is that one broken now?
Do you want to change it to one out back?
Do we have any spring collars? What?
Lotus, if we could see if there's a collar out back.
spring ones? Yeah, we will use them. Yeah. So take both collars off and use. And I'll just put the 2.5 on. Okay. Yep. So we're going to use the spring. 2.5. Yeah. I think it stripped it. Okay, we've just had an issue with the collars, so we're trying to fix that for everybody. Sorry about that, I'm a little bit involved in it. That, and some spring collars on, and we will resume the competition.
Bars to be loaded at 42 kilograms. Our next lifter is Linda Royal.
Okay, so we are back.
Thank you, Barlow. As far as loaded at 45 kilos, call is on Michael Nunich for his Oakland attempt today.
And that is a good lift.
Just tighten the clips. 42 kilograms. Elizabeth number 7. Second clean and jerk of the day.
Okay, so we've just had to replace the collars with the clips and the 2.5s on the outside because the collars disintegrated on us. But we can continue on with the comp. Luckily it's the last session of the day and we will get some repairs done. In the meantime, we're going to go back to Elizabeth. She's ready to go.
Thank you, Barlow.
It's a strong first clean.
46 kilos.
It's a no lift, unfortunately.
For a second clean and jerk attempt.
Bar will stay at 42 kilograms. Sorry, it's just been a bit of a slow start to this second
Please load the bar to
segment.
50 kilos.
Once we get the rhythm going, usually the comp flows a bit faster. So we've just got some extra 2.5s to go out the back.
42 kilograms.
So 42 kilograms remains on the bar. It becomes
2 minutes on the clock. Clock is started.
Thank you, Barlow. Bar is loaded at 50 kilos.
what's happening out the back. A few people sitting around, waiting.
Clock is on.
Looks like Michelle Willits is getting ready to come out the back. That's not Michelle. Michelle just walked past. That's your warm-up space. Coach's corner. And the referee's cards,
Our next lifter,
or the athlete's cards there out the back.
43 kilograms. Thank you. Loaders, bar is loaded. Clock is started.
Michelle Willits. It's her second attempt, 43 kilos. That's a good jerk.
43 kilograms. That's a good lift.
No lift there.
Back to that front scoreboard.
Bar remains at 50 kilos.
Bar will stay at 43 kilograms.
So the bar is currently being loaded, well, it's been loaded to 43. It becomes a third attempt for Elizabeth now.
Bar is loaded at 50 kilos. Michael, 2 columns south. The clock is
It's
on.
our third attempt by Elizabeth for the day.
Unfortunately, just couldn't get the elbows through on that one. Not to be. Even though the pull height was there, just couldn't quite get those elbows to turn under the bar.
Weight change to 45 kilograms.
So the call now is 45 kilos, and that's Tanley, who's sitting there waiting patiently. Coach doesn't seem to be in a hurry, so maybe we're going to see a change. You might see him dash off quickly to change the numbers very shortly,
Clean and jerk off all day at 45 kilograms.
which is what he's going to do.
Loaded.
I don't think I can keep up with him though with the slow camera. So he's changing, and then that gets put into there, which let's see if we can get a good shot of the computer. There you go, look at that. So that is the tabulator, and then that gets sent through to the front for the front system to change everything. But in the meantime, we have Aaliyah Fairchild, and she's ready at 45 kilos.
Just pause in the programming at the moment, technical issues.
And that is a good lift for Aaliyah.
Final clean and jerk, another record attempt at 50 kilos.
Remaining at 45 kilograms.
Good short powerful dip. Plenty of height. Good solid step back. So really good solid opener, 45 kilos.
50 kilos for Michael Lulich today.
We're going to come back to the main screen
Kilos.
because we have Linda Royale. This is Linda's second attempt. And unfortunately that's no lift for Linda. Just a little bit of an elbow, I think. Let's see if I can see that. I did record the dip, but it might be a bit too quick. Let's have a go. Gets it up. Just looking at that left elbow, ever so slightly soft, and it just locks itself in after the lift is executed, and that means it's not taken directly to overhead. So I know it seems quite insignificant, but that's one of the rules of weightlifting. She held it for a good amount of time. Let's have a look at what's happening out the back again. This is your scoreboard. I was talking about this before, so this is the back room change table. If I zoom out, this information comes from these cards here. You'll see all of these coaches making changes on the platform. And then that gets input and it goes into here, which changes the weights on there. So Linda's not wasting any time. She's ready to go again.
Thank you, barloaders. Bar is loaded to 59 kilos. The ball is on Galantol.
Yeah, more effort into her lockout on that one, I think. Referees. Unfortunately again,
Barloaders, please load the bar to 60 kilos.
no lift again. So obviously the referees are seeing something. She put more effort into it. Oh, it's still that left arm that doesn't quite get there, and then it drives itself in after. It's a split second late, and I think that's what the referees were seeing. So unfortunately not to be. Yeah, she recovers her feet. So as I said, you've got to take the jerk to overhead in one movement and lock the elbow in. You can't have that soft elbow and then
Please load the
press it
bar to
out.
62
Here comes
kilos.
Michelle Willett. She's not wasting any time, 46 kilos.
Thank you, Barlows.
And again, the demise of the elbows is causing havoc with the clean and jerk. It's unfortunately.
Weight change to 48 kilograms.
So let's have a look what's happening. Who's moving out the back? Everybody's moving. Tanlei Sang got up in a hurry, so I think she's coming out. Yes, the bar is being loaded for Tanlei Sang from Singapore. Again, make sure you let your athletes know that you're supporting them on the live stream. Just type in. They'll see all of these comments.
Good lift. Increased his record, now sitting at 62 kilos. Bar loaders, please load the bar to 63 kilos.
Oh, to the bottom of the chin. So something that every weightlifter's done at some point in their lives.
Thank you, bar loaders. The bar is now loaded at 63 kilos.
So you see, she just does this a big reset. It's not getting the chin out of the way as such. It's just setting a position. And then she does a big dip. Am I going to run out of time? Because the next athlete's coming up. We can come back to that. We'll just get over to watch Alina, please. Because oh, beautiful. Great jerk. I've got elbow envy on that one because those elbows were straight in. I know your husband's watching overseas. Kieran, there you go. Lena's doing very well. Good leg drive here. Just drives that to length, locks those elbows in. Recovers. Good strong front foot recovery. Just ready to go. I'm going to get out of this because Leah's ready to go. Oh, that was a sneaky jerk. She knew that as well. That was deemed a no lift. I think it might be because this was just a bit too sneaky. Didn't quite hit lockout. I think it was that right. Oh, I don't know. That was tough. That was a no lift. Good to see so many people are tuning in to watch their family members. Phantom Flirt. That's an interesting username. It's like one of those usernames that you first got when you first got your first Hotmail account when you were about 14. Maybe not. I won't check it. Maybe that's you've got a channel attached to it. I can't exactly go in and check everyone's YouTube channels. I'll lose this one. Phil, Alina's coach, is also watching. You've done a good job, Phil. She's lifting very well. Here comes Tanale Sang for her second. She wasn't successful with her first. She drove it straight into her chin on her first attempt. I'm trying to think. I think we can quickly. This was her first attempt. Sorry, you see my iPhone. That was her first attempt. So let's come back to watch her second.
Please load the bar to 70 kilos.
Oh, much better clean. Oh, that looked better. Referees. Good lift by majority. Someone's not pressing their referees button. Let's have a look. Big drive. Good luck out. Drags the back foot in, so she's into the comp. Okay, let's get out of this because Leah Fairchild from Belgium ready to go. This is her third attempt. 49 kilos. Or strong clean. And that's a good lift to finish her event. As I said, I was pleasantly greeted by her in the main foyer the other day. Came across very pleasant as an individual, offered to support the event in more capacities just as lifted, an IWF Category 1 referee, so has the blue jacket. No doubt Aaliyah's going to contribute to the rest of the weekend, but what a great way for her to end her competition. For those tuning in, you're watching session 5 of the Masters World Cup at the Grand Millennium. We have the opening ceremony this evening at 7 p.m. We're joined by the Kapahaka group, and we also have a Cirque du Soleil performer coming in to join us. I'm going to zoom out because Cheryl's ready to go. So if you are watching and you're in the vicinity of Auckland, come in for this comp. Come in for the opening ceremony at 7. Cheryl is on the board. We're just waiting. Oh no, referees say no lift. GG Johnson, first time fan, first time noter. First time noter means first time commenter on YouTube, is that correct? Makes for an interactive live stream when you all get into it. Ask me some questions. The technology is fantastic. The fact that we can run live streams with multicams and look out the back room and do all of this stuff. With the touch of a button, I can control this back camera by zooming around and have a look around. You can have a look at the scoreboard as well while you're at it. The fact that we can all do that internally now without having to find a producer and a lot of moving parts. I'm going to be exhausted after 5 days. I am lifting on Monday morning as well in this event. So if you are around and can help out down here, or you are lifting and you're not in a hurry to get out and help out for a little bit, we will take every hand possible because we're running 2 significant events at the same time. Okay, back to the main platform because Cheryl is ready for her second, unsuccessful with her first.
Thank you, bar loaders. Bar is loaded for Lennon and a second clean and jerk attempt today.
That's a better jerk for Cheryl. Good work, Cheryl. I think the referees will like that. They do. So Bar now moves, or stays on 50. It becomes a third attempt for Tanlei Sang from Singapore. Oops.
Good lift for Lennon, 75 kilos. The bar remains at 75 kilos.
Weight change to 51
Just having a look at the stream settings. Is this playing okay for everybody at home? Seems a little bit jolty at the moment.
It's been overturned.
Says it's healthy.
Oceania, Master City record.
Analytics stream health is healthy.
Thank you, bar loaders. Bar remains at 75 kilos.
Okay, back to the main platform because we have Elena who's going for a record attempt. Strong clean. She had a very solid jerk on her first. Yeah. And she's done well. Bar slams it, walks off. She was given a pretty staunch look at that centre referee as she walked off. I think there's also a decision clock right in front of the referee. I think actually maybe that's where the look was directed rather than at the referee.
Good lift, 75 kilos for Damien Ewan.
Let's have a look at that jerk. That again, such solid elbows underneath. Really good position in her dip and drive. Keeps that torso nice and high.
Next lifter will be Lena
Drives to arm length. Elbows sit in. Really good, solid overhead structure.
Lifters, please load the bar
So
to
zoom out of that.
kilos. Thank you, bar loaders. Bar is loaded to 80 kilos. The call is on Daniel Ryan for his first clean and jerk today. Clock is on.
Okay.
Weights will stay at 51 kilograms. Next lifter is Cheryl Dovich. We have a weight change.
So I see that the bit rate of the stream for some technical people has just dropped significantly, which isn't great. Hopefully we can keep it running through, but I don't think I can change my bitrate settings midstream. Sorry everybody, I don't want to lose this.
Good lift. At 80 kilos
Says the
for
bit
Daniel
rates come
Ryan.
back up again. It's what we call a variable bit rate. So when I'm talking about bit rates and upload everything, I'm trying to pump out 10,000 kilobits per second, which should hopefully give you a good quality of stream, but because I've set my whole stream up for that, I don't know. Here's Cheryl, 53 kilos. It's her third attempt. Cheryl's good. Says I'm getting a good bit right now, so hopefully the stream will come back up in quality. Doesn't seem to be dropping away. Hopefully me just talking about it makes it better. That's how things work. Okay, let's get back into this. Sorry, I was fluffing around trying to make sure that we don't lose any quality of you for you at home. That's your scoreboard. We're currently waiting on Alina. This is a third attempt and this is a record attempt. You see the bottom left hand corner, that is the records. And here we go. Oh, not to be, unfortunately. Okay. We have the bar being loaded to 55 kilograms. And it is Kirsten Walker, first attempt, 55. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Kirsten go up a little bit. Back room. Let's have a look. Is Kirsten coming out on this? No, I didn't think so. So she's moved up. So we have Danielle Waller, first attempt. Let's go back to the main platform.
Good left. At 83 kilos, it's first eliminated today to Martin Wilkinson. Bar loaders, please load the bar to 84 kilos.
Oh, she's going for a walk. Making us a bit nervous. Let's have a watch, shall we? So, lands it good, but a lot of pressure goes out to the side. Takes the big step, takes the frogs for a walk. Certainly the most interesting knee sleeves I've seen. She wants us to have a good look at them. I can't quite read it. It's a bit small on my screen. So the bar is loaded to 56. It's a 2-minute clock on Danielle. Let's have a look out the back. She's not in a hurry to move, so there must be some changes coming. She's certainly enjoying herself. I want to have a look at the knee sleeves. There we go. What does it say? Ollie. Keep him still. I can't read it. Ollie for kids. There you go. Brilliant. That is really good. That was great. Finally got to read it. Ollie for kids. How good's that camera?
Low lift, bar remains at 85 kilos.
So we do have, it's still Danielle Call. There's a couple of changes coming back, so it goes on to this, as I said. You might see some changes come through. We're waiting. There's not a lot of action happening. No, she is taking this weight, 58 kilos. Okay, here's Jenny O'Waller, 58 kilos. solid clean. And she's pretty happy with that. Got the Queenslander call out of that one. That was a great lift. She's having a good time. Let's have a watch.
90 grams on the butt.
The frogs give it the oomph. Through, good solid front foot. Recovery, keeps pressing hard against the bar. Yeah, at that point she already knew she had it. Good celebration. Got the bar slam and the fist pump. It's the perfect walk-off celebration. Boomfa.
At the World Cup Masters.
So we've got a change happening. We've got the plates coming on. There's a few changes happening out the back. Let's don't know what's happening. This is Claire Nahi's first attempt. So Claire is ready to go. Oh, if anyone wants to come and sit with me on the live stream and talk, it'll save me because I've got another 4 days of this. But here's Claire.
First clean and jerk of the day.
Referees. Someone, as I said, someone in the referee seats isn't pressing their button, and it's making the athlete have to hold this for an extended period overhead. Here's Claire's jerk. Good drive. So she's onto the board. She broke a whole bunch of Masters records in the snatch. Claire competed at the World Masters Championships towards the end of last year in the US of A. I believe the Masters World Championships are in Poland this year. And then the following year has been awarded to Rovaniemi, Finland, which is where I used to train on the Arctic Circle. Love that place. So that might be something that I would look at. Here we have Tanya. And that's a good start for Tanya. Big drive to lock out there as well. Does really well with that front foot.
Third and final lift for the day. All the way from Australia.
That's our scoreboard. We're getting through this. You can probably hear in the background. Here comes Danny again. The Aussies are getting into it, which we love. Love a good Aussie rack up. Okay, let's go back.
His first clean and jerk attempt today. 90 kilos, also a record attempt.
Oh, she's got it. Whoa, toes on the edge. Referees. Good lift. She's having a great time. What a lift. The only thing we need to watch here is the celebration. So, she's had a brilliant competition. This used to be something that we used to do when we were a bit younger. She's showing off her youth. Well done. Okay, Kirsten Walker, opening attempt, 61. Kirsten was 3 from 3. the snatch, and now we have an opening attempt in the clean and jerk. Referees say good lift. A little bit soft on her left, a little bit soft on her left elbow, but it didn't change. So she hits it, but she doesn't press it out, so it stays there. So it doesn't press out. So deemed a good lift because there was no change in the structure of her shoulder or her elbow. It's a good lift. Ben, so we'll wait. Let's put an action happening out the back, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, everybody's writing numbers everywhere. Let's have a look.
We have a change of lifter. The bar still at 91 kilos.
So 63 kilos getting written down. It's a good shot, that one. Be able to see if it. Okay, so we'll come back to the main platform because we've got Cindy Briggs, USA, lining herself up. Okay, Cindy. This is Cindy's first attempt, 62 kilos.
So lift. Carlos, please load the bar to 92 kilos.
That's the one, as someone said in the crowd, that's the one. So that was a new Masters record as well. I can't keep up with the records.
Thank you. Bar loaded. Bar is loaded at 92 kilos for Edward King, his third and final clean and jerk today.
Sorry, got it distracted. I was just watching the other platform for a second. There's a lot of weightlifting happening in here today. Current have session 5 and session 6. Let me know if you've got both live streams open because you should be able to have Facebook open and then open up another browser or screen and open up the YouTube, so you'll be able to have YouTube and Facebook running and be watching both weightlifting sessions.
Sorry, 63 kilograms on the bar. You lifted.
That's why you're hearing the booming in the background. It's because we do have the men's session happening right now. So the way weightlifting, Masters weightlifting works is that we work from the oldest age groups down to the youngest being 35 to 39 years. That will happen on Tuesday next week, so we've still got quite a bit of lifting ahead of us. In fact, some really long days. It's been a mammoth effort to get to the start, let alone to the end, so wish us luck. Okay, how we going? Maybe I did need a late afternoon coffee.
During deliberation, that last lift was a no lift.
So we've just been told that that last lift was no lift. I think we were just looking at that left elbow.
Next lifter, Tanya Lee Hodges, record with started.
So we're going to come back to the main stage. Claire wasn't paused then, just slow motion was going very slow.
Powerloaders, can we secure their weight?
Here's Tanya. Oh, she saved that very well. Didn't adjust it, so it's a good lift. Kept the elbows very low in the clean.
Up next, we have Kirsten Walker on 30.
Gave her a good advantage in the jerk, but puts a lot of stress on your elbow having your elbows down like that in the clean. But again, a fantastic lift. Overhead secured and gives her another opportunity to go a bit more. So bar is loaded now for Kirsten. Kirsten is 4 from 4. She was successful with her first clean and jerk. She's moved up to 63 kilograms.
Please load the bar to 96 kilos.
Oh, not to be on that one. Just lost position. The thing about weightlifting is people ask, do you get lots of injuries doing weightlifting? But actually, it has a low injury rate because you learn how to get yourself out of difficult situations, which is what Kirsty did there. So you find yourself in a difficult situation and you learn to get your elbows out of the way of your knees very quickly and push yourself out of the way as well. So I'm going to go back to the main platform because Claire is ready to go. I think Claire might be carrying a bit of an injury. It's a bit of a hobble. Maybe not. Maybe she's just shaking it off. So let's give you a chance to look at the scoreboard because we are heading down towards our... We've still got just 2 more athletes to enter. Alison Sullivan and Kim Grierson to come back into the comp. So we've got the majority of the athletes out onto the platform now. Okay, here we have Kirsten, 3rd attempt. Needs to keep that chest a little higher. This is a record attempt. Right, not to be. Platform went for a walk then. Okay, so let's go back to the scoreboard.
Next lifter, Tanya Lee Hodges.
Thank you, bar loaders. The bar is now loaded and ready at 100 kilos for Andrew Messick. His final clean and jerk today and another record attempt. Let's get behind Andrew.
Plate change to 65 kilograms.
Okay, so we got some changes happening. Call is going to be on Kim for her first attempt, 65 kilos.
65 kilograms, record attempt at the New Zealand Oceania Commonwealth World Cup.
So much like her snatch, Kim is opening with every record in the books, which is the Masters Oceania, Masters Commonwealth and Masters World Cup record attempt. So here's Kim's first attempt.
Stand by, we're just checking a few things out the back.
Oh, light work of the clean. and does well to stabilize. And it is a good lift, and Kim is on the board. Well, you want to see a good turnover in the elbows? That was a really sharp turnover there, Kim. Extension, elbows straight through into rack position. So really good position there. Settles herself. She was probably a little bit forward in the jerk. You'll see her work really hard to stabilize that.
Session for today in our session 6. Thank you very much for your support this afternoon.
I'm going to run out of time, so I'm going to quickly scrub so everyone can see. There you go, and we're going to go back out. Because we have Cindy Briggs. It's a beautiful clean, easy clean as well. Oh, that right elbow just not quite playing ball on that one. Just this right elbow doesn't quite get in, and just sitting out the back a little bit. Needs to get the head through and the shoulders through a little bit better.
Weight remains the same at 65 kilograms. Next lifter will be Cindy Briggs.
So lots of support. I'm guessing many of you are up from the far north. Marsden Point is where Kim trains. Is it Marsden Fit? The Stasia.
65 kilograms stacked plate.
I've been lucky enough to be riding Kim's program for the last 14 weeks. So it's good to see that she's turned up in prime condition. This is my last session that I was doing the presentation for at the end for the podium. I think I had about 6 different Masters athletes that I was programming for, all on top of the podium, so it's pretty special to see. They're all doing very well. Very easy to give them a program though. They've got to, everyone else has to do the hard work. So whilst we only see 6 lifts from each of our athletes, it doesn't go unnoticed the amount of training that goes into this, the determination, even just the, I guess, perseverance to get to this platform can be pretty nerve-wracking. Okay, here we have Cindy for her 3rd attempt, 65 kilos. Oh, nice, Cindy. Yeah. Much better overhead position. And well done. So let's go back to the scoreboard quickly. So we've got 3 athletes remaining, and this now is the first attempt for Alison Sullivan. It's being loaded. Alison Marie Sullivan from Canada. Good contingent of Canadians that have travelled down here. We applaud their effort. Love our Canadian compatriots. Are very pleasant to have at competitions. They contribute a lot, and they've got a very strong masters community in Canada and their weightlifting scene. So it's so good that they've come all the way down to Tamaki, Aotearoa, New Zealand, to join us for the World Cup and the Commonwealth Championships. That's what they're part of. So we're going to scoot over to watch this lift. First attempt, 66 kilograms, apologies. And that's a good first lift. Very confident opening attempt. That was a Masters record. I'd hate to think how many Masters records have been broken today. It's a significant amount. Well, I don't hate to see it, but I love it. That's.
Next lifter is Tanya Lee Hodges with her final lift of the day.
I just went back here. I'm trying to get the slow-mo going for you. There we go. Big drive to overhead.
Tanya Lee Hodges.
She seems much more confident with the narrow grip for the jerk than her snatch. So I think we'll see some good weights coming. Here's Tanya. Oh, just that right elbow. I heard the early down signal. It's never a good thing. So the early down signal usually signifies that the referee saw something before the feet were back. And just look at that right elbow. I know she gets it overhead and brings the feet back together, but just that right elbow press out means that the referees have to make a decision on was that technically executed correctly. So here we have lining up Kim for her final clean and jerk. Oh, second clean and jerk. She's only had a second clean and jerk. 2 lifters remaining in the event. Okay, so 67 kilos. That's a better jerk. Much better. Nerves are gone, and
Weightlifting New Zealand, Oceania, Commonwealth World Cup, Masters 71 records, including the totals.
so I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but there was a whole bunch of records. Clean and jerk and total record, but jerk was much better direction. Back foot nice and tight, facing forward, front foot good pressure, and the shoulders in a first lift she left it slightly forward. That one made great correction, stable overhead, bar drop, and the walk off. So bar is being loaded to 70 kilos for Alison Marie Sullivan. We're down to the final lift of each. Actually, Alison Marie might have 2 to go. Yeah, she does. So we're having to put on the red 20 kilo plates because now let's have a look in the background while we're at it. There you go for the Marsden Fit people. That's Team Kim. It's her sister there. That's Darcy, her coach. They're looking pretty relaxed. Coach, there you go. They can see that you're on it. They're having a good time out the back. Okay, let's go back to the main platform before I get distracted, because we do have Alison Marie Sullivan coming out 70 kilos. This is multiple records on the line here as well. Yeah, that looks good to me. A whole heap of records. So let's have a quick look at that one. 2 more lifts for this event today. Day 1 of 5. I'm going to be here all week until Monday morning because I'm going to lift on Monday morning, and then I'll be back for the rest of it.
Bar is loaded.
Right, that was a great lift. Okay, we're going to zoom out because we don't want to miss Kim's final attempt. So here we go, 70 kilos, third attempt. And that is a good lift. And well done. So there's one lift remaining.
And our final lift for the day, Alison Marie Sullivan, 72 kilograms with a record attempt at the Commonwealth and World Cup clean and jerk and totals.
So Kim, 3 from 3 in the clean and jerk. Too many records to name. Well done. Great lifting. I know she's been exceptionally dedicated to this event. Great reaction. You can relax now for the rest of the event. We have one lift remaining. That is our scoreboard. And we have out the back room, she's pacing, is Anne-Marie. You know what? I love the shades on this man. Coach, what's he writing down? Computer complaints department. Okay. What did he write? I can't see. It won't let me go that far. Okay. So we should be able to see that on the clock.
74 kilograms.
Here we go, main platform. Let's try and get them over on that side, shall we? That's the walkway. They're in the dark.
Bar is loaded, thank you, loaded.
I just wanted to get a good shot of the coach. That's the look I'm looking for.
Record attempt and your previous records. Alison Marie Sullivan, last lift for the session.
Oh, I think it's a good... Oh! No lift. I think it was an elbow press, yeah. Let's have a look. I've got it on the slow-mo. You can have a look.
Thank you to all our lifters. And to our loaders and to our technicals.
So that brings us to the conclusion. I will just give time to watch this jerk. Yeah, I think it was that left arm didn't go in correctly. She fought so hard for that. Great competition nonetheless. So good. So that is your scoreboard. And before I play you out, we do have the opening ceremony at 7 p.m. tonight. We have a couple of performances here, so if you are in the vicinity and you are watching right now, feel free to come down to the Grand Millennium Grip Ballroom and join us for that. Just like to acknowledge our sponsors before we depart, which is Auckland Unlimited, which is the events arm of the Auckland Council, Major Events New Zealand, newzealand.com, Major Lion Foundation, North-South Trust, Aotearoa Gaming Trust, TAB New Zealand, Chic, Raise Lower, the Packaging Forum, Beer Tidy Kiwi, Pure Athletic and Torpedo 7. Massive lineup. This has been a mammoth effort to put this event together. So we thank you for your contributions. We will be back with a live stream of the medal presentation. It may be on the men's live stream on Facebook. It may be an independent live stream, but we will be back. And in the meantime, I'm going to play you out with the intro.